Hi, welcome to AFTV. We've just beaten Leicester 2-0 here at the King Power Stadium. 2-0 win. Merino. Is that the solution? Is it done? We found the answer?
I think we're going to have a couple of solutions over the course of the season, because I think some of the opposition that we're going to come up against is going to present us some slightly different challenges, but we managed to find a solution today. And for me, the way I'm looking at it is I think we just have to look at it one game at a time. We just have to go in, we have to deal with the opposition in front of us, we have to find a way to get the points.
Yeah. Can't get too carried away with this performance here.
No. The first half wasn't good.
Yeah.
The first part of the second half was better, but again, you're not sure that we're going to break the deadlock. My biggest fear at the minute is what happens if we go behind, because you go behind and then you're looking at it going, where are your solutions going to come from? But fundamentally, all we can do is just get the points, find a way to do that. We've found a way to do it today. We're going to have to be creative. We're going to have to get behind the team. Appreciate Sterling wasn't at his best today. But getting on his back when he's one of the only people that we've got to play isn't going to help him, isn't going to help the team. We thought at the end, Declan Rice knackered, Trossard knackered, and we've got another 3 months to go. It's going to be a long 3 months, and I think for us, we just have to get through each game, play each game, and then in terms of looking at the league table, I think we have to look at it in little blocks, a block of 3 games, block of 3 games, block of 3 games. Where are we? How close are we? What do we need? Liverpool got 3 tough games coming up, so they got a challenging game tomorrow against Wolves, and then they've got 3 big games in terms of Villa, City, and Newcastle. Yeah. And I think where they are and where we are in comparison to them at the end of that block will tell us a lot about where we're going to be at the end of the season.
Thank you, Jason. Let me ask you the same question. Is the solution found? Merino, them 2 goals?
It's a solution for today, but I think it's not sustainable. You have to realise we're playing a team that's probably going to go down. Yeah. It's not something we can carry on for the rest of the season. The players didn't look up for it. The fact we went to a place like Dubai in the first place on the back of losing in a competition, it just says a lot about the mentality, I think, of the squad. But I think we're going to need much more than a Merino saviour at the end, going forward to the end of the season.
So you weren't happy with the Dubai trip? You feel like they were rewarded for really, like you said, getting knocked out of a cup, but then, and also the bounce back from it. You'd have thought they'd be flying with energy. Did you not see that today?
Well, the only reason we were able to go to Dubai is because we got knocked out of a competition. If we stayed in the competition, we wouldn't be going on a Dubai trip. So rewarding a players with a trip after getting knocked out of a competition isn't right, in my opinion. And that's why I think the players didn't seem up for it today. Like someone like Odegaard, the amount of times I saw him either giving the ball away or moving forward and slowing down, not good enough.
What would you have done in that break? What should the players have done then for you instead of gone off to Dubai?
You have to stay in London at least, work on it, see if maybe there are free agent options out there, but I think that comes from the January window being so poor. Even before that, the summer window, we signed Merino. Again, he saved us today, but was he really needed? We signed Calafiori, but again, we had Skelly in the ranks, maybe try and bring him through. We still had Tierney at the club who hadn't been moved on. We hadn't addressed our issues up front in the summer. So when it gets to January, we're almost panicking, and we didn't do anything in January, even if it was a short-term option. So we can talk about injuries, we can talk about the football not being good enough, we could talk about Sterling not being good enough, but we didn't address these problems. And in January, I think Arteta said we didn't want to just bring in a body. Well, what was Sterling? What was Neto? Yeah. These are players on big money, and what are they? They're just bodies. They're not helping us. The amount of time Sterling was kicking the ball out of play, giving the ball away. This is a player that clearly doesn't want to be here, clearly not good enough, and we're having to rely on a 17-year-old to bail us out. He was our most exciting player today, and it shouldn't be him. We shouldn't have to rely on him. It should be players like Sterling and players like Odegaard, experienced players within the team that should be bringing us forward, not a 17-year-old, not an 18-year-old at left back.
Spot on. Last question, both of you. Your front 3 for the next game against West Ham?
Oddly for me, it's the same one that started. Marino's going to come in and he's going to play a big part. They're all going to play a big part.
If we go 1-0 down, you made a good point.
I think that's the challenge. But you have that as an option. For me, it's the front 3 that started. I think you drop Sterling, and I can understand why you would. Really, you kill him. Yeah. You kill him.
I would say Trossard, Merino, and Ethan, because I don't want to see Sterling again. He's dreadful. Just cancel his contract. Get the butler or did you give him a go? Because Sterling doesn't want to be here.